You may not want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Addiction isn't necessarily about chasing the high. For me, it's about chasing relief. And I can see now so clearly in a way I couldn't before. I used to look at my dad and think he was choosing the substance over pretty much everything else, including me. But he wasn't chasing the substance. I think he was choosing relief from the pain he didn't know how to hold. And the truth is, so was I. I was just as entrenched in my own addiction. It was kind of the perfect storm at that time in my life where I was trying to escape the inner turmoil I didn't have the language for, the anxiety, the overwhelm, the emotional chaos that lived under my skin. And I was starting to feel the past trauma surface or started to bubble over. And I was in a really bad domestic, abusive marriage, and he was an alcoholic. Kind of like a spitting image of my caregivers I can see now. And the addiction became the fastest way for my nervous system to kind of like quiet the noise, to soften the edges, to silence the memories, to make the body feel less unbearable. And it was a way for me to kind of escape what was happening in my life at that time, which was the narcissistic abuse, the physical abuse, and a lot of other things that were happening. When you grow up around someone who's seeking relief, you learn the pattern without realizing it. And you learn that numbing is easier than feeling. You learn that disappointing is safer than being present. You learn that relief, even temporary, feels like survival. That's why recovery feels like it's so confronting, because you're not just removing the substance, you're removing the only strategy you ever had for managing the pain. Healing means learning a new way to exist. It means facing the inner turmoil instead of escaping it. It means sitting with the discomfort long enough to understand it. And it means choosing presence even when your whole body is begging for relief. It is a very uncomfortable feeling, like jumping out of your skin feeling. And that's the part I never understood until I lived it. And I'm not giving my dad a pass for the way that he didn't show up for me. He wasn't weak. I wasn't weak. We were both trying to survive something that felt too big to hold. So if you're in recovery and the urge to escape still shows up, it doesn't mean that you're failing, okay? It means that you're healing the very thing that you once tried to numb. And that takes work and courage. And it means that you're breaking a pattern that didn't maybe start with you. It means that you are learning to find relief in ways that don't destroy who you are.